That I can do. Merry Christmas.
Tell me something. Do they still call me the vampire?
The others do. I call you a part of the vampire's anatomy. A very small part.
Sorry, I'm late. Am I late?
Only 3/4 of an hour.
I was stuck on the North Circular.
You ain't been home to change yet.
I've just said Anger Lane was solid.
Oh, well, it's been terrific standing here freezing to death.
All right, I said I'm sorry.
Did you?
Yeah, I bloody did.
Well, I wasn't bloody listening.
I suppose the pictures have started.
We could go for a drink.
I'm sick of tomato juice.
Well, you can forget me dad's garage. I ain't dressed for it.
Do you fancy a ride up the North Circular?
You've just been up the North Circular.
Oh, there's some fair pubs up that way.
Chris, I ain't going out learning street names on our one night out.
It is not our one night out. We go out Saturdays. Sometimes.
We go to me dad's garage. You know all the streets from here to there. What's wrong?
Nothing.
Don't tell me you don't want to.
Yeah, of course I do.
Now what?
I've run out of petrol, haven't I?
Keep moving, Jan. The hairstyle's coming.
It'll take more than him.
See ya.
Not turned up then, has he? Fancy a lift home? Or somewhere? Jan, I've got my brother-in-law's van round the corner. Back seat folds down flat.
What makes you think I'd do?
Please yourself.
Here, hang about. I do wish you'd do something about your bloody hair.
He'd been right that very first day, old Burgess Vampire, at the acceptance interview. He'd said 7 out of the 10 of us would never make it. So far, none of us had. 6 had jacked it in, and Ted, of course, was still disqualified. On top of that, he got sacked from the laundry for going to that last appearance without asking for time off. The one when he got his green badge. On top of that, his brothers and dad said Jewish prayers for the dead because he tried to get a job in a minicab office. Last I heard, him and Val had decided to sell up and emigrate to Israel.
Tom?
Yesterday was Wednesday, it was raining.
أجمل حياة يوم ربيعي في القشم.
Today is Thursday, it is dry.
أيام يوم خميسي في يبش.
Tomorrow it will be Friday. If it is sunny, we shall have a picnic.
מחר هي يوم شيشي وإيمي هي يوم يفين أسي picnic.
On the beach.
أفضل حياة.
The last time I saw Gordon, he was touting tickets to the queue for Evita, Prince Edward Theatre, Old Compton Street. I weren't in the queue, I was riding past, clocking points on a run. Anyway, seems he'd landed on his feet since he was kicked off the knowledge. He told me he'd now got a job with Lotus Cars as a test driver. Oh, and the other thing he told me was that he was totally faithful to his missus now. He'd stopped fixing himself up with spare crumpet on the side. It was all down to willpower, he said. Mind over matter. Well, that and an old Gunnersbury Park proverb. You'll never drop your pants if you never raise your hat. Of course, It weren't much fun for Janet them days, me being, you know, out on the knowledge day and night. Still, she was very understanding, didn't complain or nothing. Kept herself occupied and that.
Why not?
I don't want to.
Good night. Good riddance.
I didn't say I wouldn't. I said I didn't want to. Doesn't mean to say I won't.
No one's forcing you, darling.
I am. Darling.
Forward Westminster Bridge, left York Road, right Addington Street, left Westminster Bridge Road, forward St George's Circus, lead by Borough Road, forward Harper Road, left Swan Street, County Court on the left, I think.
Think or no?
No.
And you know what that run was, out of interest?
You asked me it. American Embassy to Southwark County Court.
Now, I'll tell you what it was, son. The last I'll be asking you.
What?
I'm giving you your rec, officially known as your requisition, officially meaning you've passed your knowledge of London. So now I put you down for a driving test. If you can get in some practice driving a cab beforehand, so much the better. Saves us having to drag the Thames for you in the middle of the rush hour. In the meantime, I should start swatting up your knowledge of the suburbs. There's only 60 odd of them. Got a list?
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. I have, sir. Yes, sir.
I don't detect a note of doubt, do I?
No, sir.
That was a joke. I tell jokes. I have a very comical nature. Right, your next appearance will be in 14 days' time. You should know most of the suburbs by then. It's child's play. Right, wheel the next one in. Jugular vein first. Oh, cheer up, laddie. You passed your knowledge. You're entitled to crack your face a little. What we in the carriage office refer to as happiness.
I think I'll pack it in.
Oh, nice. Nothing like starting off on the right foot, eh?
I'll never learn it all, Janet. Page 1, list 1. Manor House Station to Gibson Square.
Chris, there's a great big world out there.
Is bloody impossible.
Other fellas do it.
Yeah, right. Other fellas haven't
Just
got
standing
more.
at the corner of the road observing. I saw your dog foul the footpath.
Did you?
Yes.
I saw.
Allow me to show my authority.
Oh, I'm sorry. We just bumped into one another on the street corner.
Yes. Well, I will point out where the dog has deposited.
Chris.
It is your
With
dog.
Eddie hairstyle.
Doesn't matter who it was with. It just happened to be Eddie.
I can't believe what you're saying.
Me neither. Yes, I can.
Yeah, I can too. It was you that bought me the moped in the first place.
And your shirt and tie for your appearances.
Yeah,
And half your sodding petrol.
I'll pay you back.
Just get your green badge and we call it straight, eh? You don't want me, Chris. You ain't for a long time. If ever. You just didn't know it, that's all. Same goes for me, really, with you. You know what comes into my mind when I'm sitting at work, bored out of my bloody skull? The little kid whose house we went to for the skateboard, crying his little cross eyes out because we come for it, and his pig-ignorant father who was selling it, belting him across the head because he was crying, so all he did was cry all the more.
We had some good times, eh?
When?
It all ended one Wednesday, 1,042 days after it all started. 2 years, 10 months, 1 week and 1 day. I got me inner London, me suburban, me driving test, me police identification, me references. And then, that last Wednesday, I was sent to the appointments window to get me green badge. Just like that. There was no fanfare of trumpets, no choir of angels, nothing. I went to the vampire's office to say goodbye, but I didn't go in. When I got to the door, I could hear a knowledge boy in there with him, crying.
Mr. Matthews? Your green badge. That'll be 15p. Thanks. Knowledge, is it?
That's right.
Got your birth certificate and driving licence?
Yeah.
That's your application form, you fill that in.
Right.
That's your medical form, your doctor fills that in.
Right.
And that's your slip for the photographers in Upper Street for your photos, 6 copies.
Right, okay.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Next. Got your driving licence and birth certificate?
Manor House Station, driver.
Right, Governor.
I'm picking someone up at Manor House. From there we want Gibson Square.
Manor House to Gibson Square? You're joking!
Don't get awkward with me, son. I'll have your bloody number. Are you there? West Ham.
You what?
West Ham football ground. Football match.
What about it?
Well, how do we get there?
Your best bet is try saying please, mate.
You what?
Forward to the main road, right at first set of traffic lights, filter left by second on left, right Ailey Street. Forward Goodman Starling to Commercial Road, the Proof House of the City of London Gunmakers Company on right. The London College of Furniture on the left, Bishop of Stepney's House on right, forward East India Dock Road, Blackwall Tunnel approach on left, Comply roundabout. Leave by Barking Road, left into Green Street, set down on right.
I go down to Main Road, and then I what?
The only other knowledge boy that started when I did and got his green badge was Titanic. The next day, he packed all his bits and pieces and left home, for good. According to him, his missus came to the door and spoke to him for the first time in 19 years, pleading for him to stay.
Piss off and don't come back! Taxi!
I forgot to mention, there was another of our lot got a green badge. Not a knowledge boy,
Oi, leather ass, that was my job!
a knowledge girl.
Hello.
See you, mate. Be lucky.
Oi, if you ever fancy a cup of coffee or something.
Like I said, we live, we never bloody learn.